Later appeal in Qing Huan, the old and youthful couples will return. Isn't it extremely humiliating that Jerry Yan and his accomplice are 21 years of age? The dramatizations that are well known before they are communicated, or like Sauvignon Blanc, the whole setup has online traffic. The champion Yang Zi is a famous entertainer and can be looked by Reuters while recording. Or on the other hand, similar to Charmin Qing Huan, the hero had negative news before the preliminary. Subsequently, the play may not be accessible on the web, and afterwards sections, for example, face-changing and reshooting will follow, setting off a pinnacle of popular assessment. As a show with updated asset designation, Charmin King Huan initially had incredible possibilities. The first fan base is strong, and the featuring setup isn't a rookie without excitement. The female accomplice Zheng Yu is the green tea Lin Yaoyao in 30 Just, and the female third Du Yajin is the captivated Kuang Lu in Xiangmi. The male hero Zhang Hanliang is a male god with personality and has many star works of art close by. The female hero Yuan Bingyan is significantly more impressive. She evaluated a dramatization all the best is A, and it just communicated the degree of S. In any case, the courageous woman of Cheng Yi, the champion of route, and a duty news report made Yuan Bingyan profoundly questionable. Regardless of whether the authority close her social record, the group of Fox Pixie little relational arranger. She plays furtively supplanted her part first, and significant brands have additionally unobtrusively covered up or erased collaboration-related issues. In the beyond couple of months, despite the fact that the show is on the mid-pre-winter celebration, the most recent stills have been conveyed off guard. In any case, at the advancement meeting of Peach production line, the stage didn't specify it by any stretch of the imagination. Taking a gander at it along these lines, there is one more old and youthful couple to bite the dust. Glancing back at the film and TV market lately, with the fire of the following stop as bliss. Following this, a pattern of kin love emerged, and simultaneously, the quantity of uncle and nephew love records with an enormous age contrast between the male and female heroes kept on expanding. Contrasted in the sentiment dramatizations of young men and young ladies, or half-wedded people. This sort of play generally possesses a moderately terrible situation in popular assessment remarks. Before the episode of the hero's home breakdown happened in Appeal and King Huan, the male and female heroes regularly left the circle due to the infringement of the photograph. The distinction between Zhang Hanliang and Yuan Bingyan is 18 years of age. The Reuters examination is self-evident. Jerry's accomplice Su Ruhan, brought into the world during the 1990s, has a feeling of CP. In the first plot of Charmin King Huan, the male hero is Uncle Jiao Huang. The facts confirm that he is a couple of years more youthful than the champion. However, in actuality, the two entertainers are 18 years separated. It was to some degree surprising, in Yuan Bingyan's last photograph. Both of them snapped a picture of their countenances, and the cosmetics was looking great, however they couldn't see the sensation of being isolated by an age. Yet, under the top of the street focal point, Zhang Hanliang's eighth character bangs brushed up and a marginally fat state. Contrasted in the past courageous woman, the feeling of side of uncle and nephew love. Years treat male divine beings well, yet they will leave a few follows eventually. The greater the age contrast, the more clear the whole will be. Likewise out of the circle in light of the age of the youthful and old, and the late spring blossom, which has been finished for quite a while, just delivered an idea banner of the male and female heroes. The male hero, Jerry Yan, is the Daoming sanctuary in everybody's childhood engraved. Brought into the world in 1977, he has made his presentation for a long time. Returning is still in the icon show circle, and the accomplice entertainer has not appeared for quite a while. Last time, Su Ruhan, who turned into On the Hearth Place with Zaya Ocean's drama MR, Perfect and Almost Miss, is 21 years aside. This isn't always the primary time Jerry Yan has labored with an actress a lot more youthful than himself. In I Like You So Much, his accomplice Cheng Yi, born in 1997, is most effective 12 months older than Su Ruhan. When the drama turned into broadcast at that time, All of Us concept it turned into a myth linkage among the vintage model of Daoming Temple and the new edition of Shenkei. After the function movie turned into launched, the two main actors controlled to control each their bodies and appearances. But status together, there may be no feel of CP. After understanding what number of years aside the two are, irrespective of how plenty they fight, they cannot move on. Not most effective, the mixture of uncle and lolly turned into now no longer properly received. However, the layout of the next door royal sister and little wolf additionally attracted numerous discussion. From Yang Yang, like Wadlin to Liu Tao and Liu Yuning, so long as the age distinction is greater than 10 years vintage, they've now no longer escaped horrific reviews. Isn't it sincerely embarrassing to preserve filming despite the fact that the popularity isn't always correct? The main factors of romance dramas, CP feel and plot, are each properly received. Many crews had been chronic in filming such old and young couples, which most effective suggests that this subject matter nevertheless has potentialities for improvement with inside the market. And there may be an instance like The Next Stop is Happiness, a drama that made Song Jin and Song Wheelong's popularity flip over. When the manufacturing group noticed Yu Shuxin, Wang Yaoking and different helping actors, they clearly felt complete of hope. But why with Inside the Beyond Years, the miracle of happiness has now no longer seemed again, with inside the very last analysis, there are elements that can't be avoided. First, the male and girl protagonists may be very one-of-a-kind in age, and it could be visible from the visible that they may be now no longer the equal age. But it should be good-looking in guys and exquisite in women, with the proper seams, and the two of them have the glint of a pair together. Second, the plot may be ruled through candy pats, after all, it is largely an idle drama. But it's far first-rate now no longer to feature commercial saccharine without thinking, there may be a sure boom and suspense line. It is first-rate for the protagonists to assist every different in a hard situation, so one can generate feelings. These factors had been achieved, and a drama can grow to be the premise for a hit. The younger love of boys and ladies has audiences, and this sort of uncle and nephew love is clearly liked. It's simply how the hearth places, after all, it relies upon it the fine of the repertoire. 02. The entire organization of Lotus Tower is finished. Compared with the arrival of the male and girl protagonists, I pay greater interest to those three factors. After numerous months of filming, the historical gown large manufacturing Lotus Tower turned into ultimately finished after the unique starring. The protagonist organization additionally formally introduced the entirety of the filming. This drama is for the manufacturing agency Huan Rui. It maybe appeared as a huge breakthrough, after all, its initiatives had been out of the circle with Inside the Beyond Years. One Li and one Agarwood is like crumbs are the authentic works with the heroine because the core. Put the history on Xiangshu Fantasy, a fairy puppet drama providing fairy sadomasochism. Like Lotus Tower, the primary factor of the authentic paintings is the male protagonist Li Lianhua. The complete textual content makes a speciality of suspenseful investigations and includes natural martial arts with few emotional lines. That is certainly uncommon in current years. Fortunately, this subject matter has a big audience, and male audiences account for a better proportion, and girl audiences also are persevering with to pay interest. This turned into the case at the start of the year, Knives with Inside the Snow, even though its popularity on Dublin turned into now no longer correct. But in fact, in line with complete data, it ranks 2D at the annual list. Second most effective to the person Xiao Zanzai's army, the heroine Cheng Yi forged Li Jingxi. There turned into numerous controversy at the start, and after the finale, all of us was hoping that each one the individuals might go back to movie the second one part. The genuine perfume of Infinite Humans proves that this sort of male protagonist's golden finger, stunning and a chunk miserable, may be very famous with inside the market. So now the entire organization of Lotus Tower has been finished, and the substances have been launched one after another. Compared with being concerned approximately the arrival of the male and girl protagonists, the opposite three factors are the important thing to the achievement or failure of the play. The protagonist's popularity is better, the version of the authentic EEE book does now no longer want to be huge, and the arrival is only a bonus. First of all, with the common incidence of residence crumble incidents in current years, in the intervening time while the internet is growing violently. An actor ought to now no longer most effective do his obligation properly in acting, however additionally have the picture basis as a public figure. A correct passer-through is a decisive assist in enhancing the nationality. Judging from the modern-day public opinion situation, Huan Rui's casting is a strong choice. Two of the brothers, Cheng Yi is a committed area of interest scholar with hovering traffic. Wearing plaster does now no longer avert his performance. Xiao Shinayo is a famous idol who rose from the east wind of Di Liba, and the hard man fashion is much less famous with inside the equal period. As the new addition of Zhang Wuji, Zhen Shuxi has top-notch studio ability, and he himself is pretty pleasing. As for the six beauties with inside the helping forged, there may be Chen Deling, who made the display famous due to Reuters. There is a scene of killing a husband, and Chen Yehun is a god in a single scene, and the protagonist organization has a great popularity. Secondly, in phrases of the quantity and beauty of the authentic textual content, it belongs to the sort of recuperation as plenty as possible. It is crucial for the agency to over-modify. After all, after the filming, screenwriters continually have their personal ideas. If the filling is properly adapted, it'll be Liu Li. But if there are too many useless scenes injected, and the helping characters crush the protagonist, it'll be Agarwood like crumbs, which fails to skip the phrase of mouth. Therefore, for Lotus Tower, all of us commonly praise for the filming and post-editing, and we don't forget to repair the authentic plot. Judging from the preview, the team appears to be on a repair line. The male protagonist, Li Lianhua, has pink silk on his sword and sits at the eaves with a snug appearance that is to find inside the EE book. In the case of passers-through's recognition and recuperation, in fact, the best scenes of the male and girl protagonists can most effective be appeared because the icing at the cake for the entire drama. Carefully polish the traits of every character, Huan Ru's apparel manufacturing is certainly properly deserved, and the combing is easy without dropping its charm. The final factor I need to speak approximately is the gain of Huan Rugia, that is referred to as a garment factory. You may also leave out the script, however inside the area of carrier and transformation, you've got your personal fashion. When different dramas modified from funeral fashion to tattered apparel, Huan Rui's own circle of relatives nevertheless insisted on easy fashion with texture. It may be visible from the general finalized pics of Lotus Tower that the entire organization essentially wears their hair, and the girl characters could have a small quantity of hair. The shadowation matching of garments is particularly natural shadowation, inclusive of Su Xianlin's emerald inexperienced and Kiawan deliveries gouache. Thinking that the history is the warfare of the rivers and lakes, and there are numerous fights, this makeup cannot be as expensive because the palace. Unlike that sort of meeting line crop, the team is at the makeup layout. It may be visible from every person's eyebrow form that the makeup group desires to seize every person's traits. Li Zens, who performed Luo Hujidu in Liu Li years ago, recalled the existence of the team and stated that he felt the rigor of the team on the primary day of becoming a member of the organization. The line among the eyebrows on my own took almost 4 hours to trim. It may be visible that for Huan Rui, Fuhua Deo isn't always most effective capable, however additionally very crucial. These three matters are complete, and the repertoire has the capital of fire.